All right, so a lot of people come to me, they say, yo, I'm trying to start my business, but I ain't got no bread. I ain't got no money. So I decided to bring my man Smitty here. He's an expert at helping people get funding for their businesses or their investments. And he's from Chicago like me, man. What up, homie?
Let's get it. Good.
So like, man, tell me more about like what you do, how you help people get funding for businesses.
Yeah, so people come to me and get a done for you service. We leverage your LLC to get access to your first $100,000 to $200,000 in business funding. With my method, the way I do it is 0% interest business credit card stacking. So that means I'll be able to get multiple different credit cards at a 0% interest for about a year, 2 years, and we try to get you $100,000 that way or $200,000 that way. Instead of trying to go get a loan where they're going to ask you for documentation, maybe bank statements, tax returns, and all that stuff. Most people don't got them type of docs. So you come to me and we get you no doc money.
So you get them like a few $100,000.
Yeah. So the first round of funding, we'll get anywhere between $100,000 to $200,000.
And how long do they have to pay it back?
You really want to pay it back before that 0% interest fall out.
So you got like a year.
A year to 18 months, so about a year and a half, sometimes 2 years, depending upon the bank. And
you have minimum payments.
Yeah, minimum payments. So the cool thing is the reason why I love this model so much is because I can leverage somebody else's $100,000 and pay back. They probably gonna make me pay back $1,000 a month. Yeah, so every credit card that we use, they probably gonna make us pay like $150 a month back. You know what I mean?
But you gotta have good credit though. Like you
100%.
Like, so what kind of credit you need?
Yeah, so you need anywhere between 700, 700, 750. But it's not really about the credit score, bro. It's really about the credit report. How we build your report.
So you help build the reports too.
So basically, I got things where I just let people learn and build up themselves, which is not hard. It's literally just getting things in your name that you need to pay on time every month.
Yeah, like fucking bills or what?
Yeah, so like rent reporters. So like it's one way that we can get your rent reported to your credit report, and we can backdate it to 3 years. So now we can put 2-3 years of history of on-time payments on your rent onto your credit report. That's a good account. That's how we establish a better report, those type of accounts.
So it's going to be on credit cards, right?
Yeah.
Or let me just back up. It's going to be on credit cards.
Yeah.
Right? And you get cash from the credit cards, or you use the credit? Like, tell me, explain more, man.
So you can, it's called liquidation.
Yeah.
So you can liquidate money off credit cards if you want.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10 things that we got to pay for, you can use the credit card for. Most of the time. But if it's a situation where you have to, absolutely, we definitely could be able to liquidate credit card money off the credit cards into cash.
Is there extra fee for that shit?
The way we do it, no. I do it the way you don't have to pay no fee.
That sounds super shady, man. What you do?
I can explain to you. I can explain to you too. But most people think about the cash advance. So cash advance is going to tax you.
That's what I was thinking.
We don't want to do that. We want to use creative strategies to be able to get the money off the credit card.
Buy some shit and sell it, man.
Let's just say a simple little, quick little, easy one, right?
Yeah.
If you about to go pay your rent for $2,000, all right, let me pay with my credit card. Give me $2,000 cash. That's just like a little simple little way. But otherwise, you can send me an invoice. Okay, send me an invoice for $5,000. I pay with my credit card. You my friend, or best friend, husband or your wife.
Okay.
So somebody with a different, and then now they could be able to give you the cash.
Wait, but if I do that, I gotta pay taxes on that money.
You can be able to offset it. You gotta pay taxes on it.
All right, and this is the kind of stuff you teach.
Yeah, it's like stuff I teach.
So walk me through it, man. Let's say I'm a dude, right? I'm trying to start this business.
Yeah.
It takes some startup capital. It's not like a service business or something. And I'm like, man, I need to get this funded. I don't know what the average credit score is in the
5 something.
That's me.
Something.
Let's say that's me. And I ain't got a bunch of liquid cash, obviously, because I need the cash. Like, can you walk me through the steps that like maybe a viewer can take? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So we leverage a Metro 2 AI software. All right. Now this software kind of does the work for you, meaning they'll pull in your credit report, right? They'll basically pull up all the negative items on your credit report, and they'll leverage AI and Metro 2 compliance to be able to draft you up dispute letters to send to the credit bureaus and on your behalf, so that you can start disputing the negative things off your credit report.
Okay.
So we'll rather you clean your credit up first. You can't go get access to the money with bad credit. You got negative items, collections, derogatory marks, bankruptcies, late payments, all that stuff.
How long is that going to take to clear up?
Some people's fast, some people's longer. So everybody's different. Some people get done in 60 days. Some people get done in 6 months, 8 months.
Right.
It all depends on what you have on there. How many
you start the earlier. Yeah.
The sooner you start. Matter of fact, you need to start yesterday.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Because credit is a tool that we use in our life for a lot of things.
Oh,
bro.
for sure, man. Like for sure. Like I put everything on my card.
Yeah.
Like honestly, I don't even walk around with cash. Everything's on my credit card.
Yeah, everything in the credit card. So yeah. The next business model will be
no, but you say first we clean the credit up, then what? Then I come to you.
Yeah, so then nope, you don't come to me yet. We build it.
Okay,
so start getting things in your name. Get your auto loan. Get your first credit card.
Okay.
Put your rent on your credit.
Where should your score be?
You can start getting some of these accounts. It doesn't matter what score. So if we get like self-lender, credit strong, these are credit building products that you get reported on your credit report that where it doesn't matter what
self is like a good one, right?
Yep. Self, credit strong, rent reporters, kickoff.
Anybody can get access to those.
Anybody can get access to those. Yeah.
And then you start building your shit up, right?
Yeah.
And you while you're getting rid of the derogatory marks.
Yeah.
And then when they come to a certain score, then they can start utilizing your methods to get credit.
Now you go get the money.
After you get clean it. After you get to about 700, you said?
Yeah. So clean it, build it up, and then we go get access to the money.
All right. Then what's the steps now?
Yeah. So then now you need to. My personal preference that I tell people to do is go get you a mentor. All right, leverage the money to go get you a mentor and to build a business that you want to start or grow. So if I'm trying to get into real estate, I don't just take the money and go just buy a property of $100,000 and just I'm just in it. That's not ideally what you want to do. You want to go get you a coach. Take that money, take 5,000 of it, 10,000 of it. Now go get you a mentor and a coach of somebody who's a 8-figure earner in real estate that already have 400 properties and did this 500 times, like the back of his hand.
Cut down your learning curve.
Yeah, so now he gives you the layout, the blueprint, the learning curve. You learn everything, you master it. Okay, now leverage the money that you got access to be able to start this business or investment. I think that's a smarter way. Now,
100%. Yeah,
it's a risk in everything you do. It's a risk when you walk outside this door. But I mean, if you don't do it, what you gonna do? So that's how I think about it.
All right. Yeah, that's a fact. Cause when I had just got into real estate like this year.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I was doing Section 8 real estate, and I got my boy mentor to help me walk through.
There you go.
And it's dope.
Make it easier, man.
Yeah, so I would have had to figure out all that on my own. You know, experience is the best teacher, but it ain't got to be your experience. You know, how much money have you been able to get for your client?
We got one of our clients who had a great credit report. He had 800 credit score. Yeah. Had his business open for 2-3 years already. We got some line of credits, credit cards, loans. We would end up getting him around $650,000.
That's one call.
Yeah.
Now, the business credit is different than personal credit, no?
Yes. 100%.
Can you tell me the difference?
So you leverage personal credit with your personal name, your personal credit report, and you get things in your personal name. Business credit will be with your LLC and your EIN, and you can build that up separate from your personal credit.
Yeah,
so you got personal credit score and a business credit score.
Right.
We can build both of them.
And your loans or your credit cards, they don't count on your personal credit report.
No. So the ones that we get, they only report to the business side. But they're going to pull your personal credit to see how good it is to get you the amount that we want you to get.
So personal credit can help or hurt you with your business credit, but business credit won't hurt or help you with your personal?
Yeah, business credit, nope. Exactly. Yeah. Well, if you get the wrong credit card, then
what's some of the wrong credit cards?
So like Capital One or Discover business credit card, they also report to your personal credit report along with your business credit report.
So if you leverage the money and everything, so they report your utilage.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Crazy.
We don't want that. So like that'll defeat the purpose of what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
If I'm trying to invest $50,000, I don't want it to reflect on my personal credit.
Nope. That's a fact, man. I got an Amex Platinum and a Gold.
Yeah.
You know,
terrible.
They say there's no limit, but I find that limit every month. I find that shit every month.
Yeah.
And if I had that kind of utilization on my personal credit, my shit would be trash.
Yeah.
Okay. So give me some other tips, man.
Yeah. So now I started to scale my funding company.
Okay. So you run a funding company.
So I run a funding company.
Okay. Yeah. Tell me more about that.
So that's me doing a done for you service and getting you access to your first $100,000 to $200,000. You don't do nothing. It's a hands-off thing for a client. Done for you service by us, and we charge a service fee on the back end.
Oh, so like if everybody doesn't want to do all this work you talk about.
They don't want to do all the work.
Yeah.
I just do it for you.
What is the work? So they know like exactly what it.
Yeah.
So if they did it on their own, what would it look like?
It'll look like this. You got to have access to reps inside of banks. So you have to have relationships with people inside of a bank. Well, this is the high level way of doing.
Yeah.
If you don't know, you don't know, but we get access to relationship managers inside of banks that we know the underwriters of, and we be able to push our applications through them. So we don't go online like the masses. We don't go on the banks to be able to apply for credit cards like the masses.
Yeah.
We have relationships with people inside the bank who are close to the underwriters who push our applications through DocuSign. So my client don't got to go in the bank. I don't got to go in the bank. We get our approvals through our relationship manager. and we get to request our limits. We don't get approved for limits. Most people get approved for limits. We get to request our limits.
So if I was to do it like somebody was doing all themselves, it'd be a way different experience.
Way different experience. I seen somebody get approved. They like, man, I got approved for 3,000, and then the same credit card with the same credit report, I got approved for 80,000.
Oh, shit.
They like, how the hell you doing
okay,
that?
so you got some inside plugs.
Yeah. So basically, because some people want to know that basically the type of application push through that I have with my relationship based managers is a different application. We get to put on our notes on our applications why we're using the money to reflect why we need this limit, and for them to honor like, okay, that's credible of why this person needs that limit.
Yeah.
And then we are directly with the underwriter, with the relationship manager, so he's pushing it through himself, you know. And then we also get that special note, and then we also request our limit. So now that combination of things, plus you have a good credit report in the LLC already, that gets us the higher limits than what a lot of people get.
Got you. So if someone was doing it on their own, they probably just wouldn't be able to, they wouldn't have those advantages. So they want to get the same.
They just going blindfolded online, just applying,
trying to figure out, hoping it, right?
They hoping they got
it. Got you. How much you charge for that?
Yeah, so it's a percentage on the back end, anywhere between 5 to 10% on the back end.
Oh,
so no money up front. No money up front for that. On the back end, we get.
Okay, you just charge one of their cards, but they say it's 0% interest.
Yeah, and then we always use the card that got like an introductory like bonus. So sometimes you might get $1,000 back from just paying us.
Oh, really?
Yeah, some of y'all be getting like 80,000 rewards points or 100,000 rewards points if you spend X amount of dollars.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you got to make this payment for your service. Okay, cool. Now you're reaching bonuses and stuff like that.
What do people usually use this money for? Like starting businesses?
So I can tell you what I use it for, and what the people that come from under me and my learnings, what we use it for. We use it to build our personal brand. We use it for marketing, advertisement.
Okay.
And sometimes we're using it for anything in our business, like to pay payroll or to like reinvest back into my business, to reinvest back into myself, to reinvest into mentorship. I leverage other people's money for everything, to be honest, bro.
No, for sure. So is better for people who already have a business, or just people use it to start business?
Both.
Okay.
If you already have a business, you have extra opportunity to scale with more money. Yeah. So the more money you have, the more capability you have to scale. Somebody with access to 500,000 versus somebody with access to 50,000, you can do way bigger things. You know what I mean? So just anybody with a brand or anybody that's starting one, my mindset is, why would you use your own money when you can put your money to the side and leverage somebody else's money to be able to make money?
What do you say about like the people like Dave Ramsey tell you never give credit, never borrow money? Like, what's your counter argument to that?
This is how I think about it. If you don't learn how to leverage debt, you'll always be working for somebody that do.
Tell me more about that.
So if I'm trying to make money, most of the time people go to work. If you're not gonna start a business or leverage debt to get into real estate or these type of things, right? Okay, well then how you gonna make money now? If it's not starting business or an investment, it sounds like you're gonna have to work for somebody or do something illegal. And if you're gonna work for somebody, the person you're working for is leveraging debt to start their business and they're hiring you for it. So I feel like, man, you should learn it and leverage it, because and it just extends opportunity. A lot of people trying to get out of debt to go to zero, and then now you're still broke. You don't got no money just because you're out of debt. You know what I mean? It's just that concept to me makes a lot of sense in my head and brain.
You know, when I was in college, it was like early 2000s, right? Maybe it was like 2002 or some shit. And I saw an episode of MTV Cribs with Birdman. And he said, hey, whoa there, I ain't got no loans on these houses, no loans on these cars, I own all this. And I thought, oh, Birdman don't got no loans or no credit, I'm gonna do the same thing. So I had like no credit until I was like 38. Like zero. My credit score was, when I looked, it was like zero. Like it was nothing. I built business like a multi-7-figure business using debit cards and shit.
Wow.
No, and I didn't realize how much fucking I was missing out on. You know, because so then I got into credit. I started learning about it. This was like just a few years ago, bro. Now I'm like, oh fuck, man, that was so stupid, man. Especially so now I got the Amex Platinum and the Gold, and I got so many points, man.
That's the benefit, bro. There you go.
The points, bro.
You talk about
so much shit, and I get free trips, free travel.
There you go.
Because it makes me mad when I think about how much money you missed. Right? It says how many points.
It's like, you gotta show that, man. You gotta show that. That's the power of credit.
3 million 3 million
rewards
Amex
right?
points. Yeah, so I'm moving around so they know it's not a screenshot.
Nah, that's $3 million in rewards points. That's extra money that you have access to.
Yeah,
Just because you use credit, nothing else.
like my flights are free.
Everything.
But travel hotel stays.
Here.
I needed a computer and I was going to buy it off Amazon, right? And it said they gave me the option to use my points. So I was like, oh shit, all right, let me get that.
That's amazing, bro. That's amazing, bro.
Yeah, and then it's like just leverage, right? You know, because I can only make moves with the money I had when I was running the business off the debit card, right? When I had access, I was like, oh, we can scale these ads further. I know what kind of return on ad spend I get from my ads. Yeah. So, and if I use their money, it's like, oh shit.
That's, you know, it's like the ultimate blueprint, bro. It's like the best model that I ever seen in my life. Yeah. Like when I started really getting into it, I'm like, bro, it's like this stuff real, bro. Like you can really leverage this stuff like that easy if you just meet the requirement. It's crazy.
Amex is a little different, right? Because you got to pay it off every month, right?
The one you have,
the one I have.
It's different ones that you can get that you don't got. Oh, like those are charge cards that.
These are charge cards. Yeah.
So the ones we use, we don't use charge cards for investment purposes. But for what you're doing, it's fine. I use them too.
It made sense because I went from using my debit card, so I was like, all right, I'll just treat it like the debit card, but I get the fucking points. 100. And then maybe it's like I gotta pay this off every month. You see, like I told you, there's a limit. Yeah. They find that limit for you,
but it go up over time. It keeps going up.
Yeah. So, but it's like I pay it off every month. Yeah, right. You know, it's just I wait to the last minute though until I get money every day.
You wait till the end of the month. I recuperate all my money, not gonna pay it.
No, I pay it off. Like something about me, man. Like I'm gonna pay it off on the last day. Yeah. I don't be paying that shit off early unless it's a limit. But I just like give them a lump sum on the day up. Yeah. No, that's cool, man. So, you know, what would you say to somebody, man, who's thinking about learning like credit, like how they go about it, like learning how to leverage this stuff the way like we have and you teach your students?
Yeah, I just feel like it's like anything else, bro. It's like when you didn't know how to ride a bike, right? When you're down there, you had to ride on there with training wheels until you were able to ride without training wheels. It's just about learning. It's just about learning about it, how to use it, how to leverage it. Once you learn it, it's not rocket science, bro. It's not the hardest thing in the world. Like, I would think that you got to be the smartest person in the world to be able to get 250,000 and have an 800 credit score when I was used to think about credit. So I know a lot of people out there are thinking about it as this big thing, and it's like, it's literally not. It's like it's like one little concept you need to learn, and it's like you just need to get it together and use it. You know what I mean? And once people get over that hump of it ain't all this scary stuff on the back end, scientific things that you need to do. It's just something you need to learn and start using and start getting used to what to do and not to do with it and take care of it and take it serious. They can really change their life with leveraging it, man.
I think one of the keys, man, you know, it's just really, if I'm gonna borrow money, it's only to make money.
Yeah, that's the number one thing. That's the number one thing.
You need money to make money, so it's like I use it on things that'll make me money, and I usually want to see like a ROI within the first month, you know. But I know how to do that with like the shit that I do.
Yeah.
But you know, I that's the only thing I would caution people against is like, yo, only use it as a tool to go get more money.
Yeah. 100%.
That's it.
Yeah.
Like you don't be out here trying to, oh man, I'm gonna hit up Smitty. I'm gonna hit up Smitty and I'm gonna get the new AP. You know what I'm saying? Like
I got a story like that. I'm glad you mentioned that to them because I need to double mention it to them.
Yeah.
When I first got into this and I first started coaching, that's what one of my students did, man. He came in, he like, wow, this is amazing. I taught him how to get his own 100,000. Oh man, that man went haywire. He came back. He said, I got my first Rolex, Smitty. I got my Range truck, man. I'm about to go get this. I said, what?
You put a down payment on the Range truck?
You got the Rolex, you got the Lamb. I mean, not the Lamb, but the Range truck. And he had bought some more stuff. Like, when he got a condo. Oh. He like, I finally did it, man. I did everything I wanted to do. I said, no, man, no. But I just had started coaching, so I didn't. He literally
he was aware that
I wasn't that he's gonna do that. So when he did that though, it made me so much better as a coach to now, you know, focus on that point of please don't go spend this money on things that you can't make money off of because you got to pay this money back.
Yeah, I don't know if you got to pay it back. Like he fucked his life up more probably, right? Because now he's got a bigger car payment. He borrowed money to put a down payment on more debt. That don't, you know what I'm saying? Like he's super leveraged. Like he really fucked himself up. And then he got a new condo, so he probably paid last month rent and all that shit. Yeah. And now his monthly expenses used that money to ruin his life.
No, but I helped him out. I said, let's go rent out this car you got.
Okay.
So you can at least make your car note back or more, hopefully.
Okay.
So that helped him out with that.
Yeah.
Now I had the little Rolex and the condo. I don't know what he did with that, but he's in good now. He's good shape now.
Yeah, he had to learn that. He must have been super young. I hope
he was young.
I hope he was super young.
But it made me better as a coach to not iterate further, like only use this as a tool, man. You don't got the money that you got, can't pay it back, or a good business model that you know for certain is gonna go in a good way. You're not about to.
You gotta pay it back.
Gotta pay it.
You gotta pay it back. Just because it don't reflect on your personal doesn't mean it's nothing.
Nah, you gotta pay this money. 100%, you gotta pay it back.
You gotta pay it back.
Yeah.
Money is leverage, right? And credit is like leverage on leverage, right? So the thing about it is, like, I've seen money fuck some people up, right? I know, I don't want to say his name, but this dude in my family, he made a bunch of money. I told him how to start this business that he was running. I was like coaching him, and he started doing really well. And then, man, he just used that money to really, it accentuated how fucked up he was, right? Like all the vices, he got like more into the vices, you know. And then he had made over $1 million, right, in like 1 year, like, because he had me as a coach, right? So, you know, he's gonna do well, and we family, so I really cared. And then he just started falling off. And then he sent me a screenshot of his bank account. This dude had $1,000, man. Yeah. And then so I was like, man, get your ass over. So I flew him to Miami to come here. I was like, nah, it's an emergency. You know, you grown man with only $1,000. Yeah. And I hooked, you know, you remember Mint.com? You could hook up all your accounts to it, and it gives you like a report of all your spending, all the money come in. It's kind of, it's like, it's made by the Intuit, right? So it's like it's like QuickBooks, but like for your personal life, right? Okay. And I linked all this shit in to Mint.com, and it'll go back like a few months. And I said, all right, we're gonna categorize every dollar you spent. Dude has spent like 80 grand on chicks, you know what I'm saying? Not prostitutes, just like fine. Yeah. Prostitutes would have been cheaper, man. You know, but it like dates and then flying around. And I'm like, oh man, he blew all his money, man. So thank God he didn't know credit, because he would have put himself in a worse position, like your boy, man. Like, that's what he's doing with his cash on hand. Imagine if he could just throw his card around. I say that to say to the viewer, like, you got to be real careful with that. You got to be responsible, like a fucking adult. Really,
you got. I mean,
we shouldn't have to tell adults this shit.
We shouldn't
do,
but you have to tell them. Got to be disciplined.
The average American's IQ is only about 100, so there's a lot of people to the left of that bell curve, and we gotta make sure we look out for them.
That's a fact, man.
Because they'll fuck their whole shit up.
But that's why I spoke on a part of mentorship first too. Yeah, I didn't say just get out here. You know what I mean? Getting you a coach or a mentor to guide you through helping you with the situation. You're not out here by yourself trying to do these things. It makes it just so much easier and such less riskier. You know? Yeah. But getting to the top, you're gonna take some risks anyway. So get prepared for that.
You're gonna take it from what? What was the last thing you said? What was the last thing you said? I'm gonna say
you gotta take risks.
Oh, take risks. Yeah.
I said you gotta take risks. So you're gonna take risks regardless, trying to get to the top.
Yeah. Nah. I mean, but it's, as long as it's calculated, it's like you might. I tell people who's scared to like take a risk, especially when it's money, especially if they broke already. I'm like, motherfucker, yo, you mastered being broke. You good at being broke. Yeah. So like, worst can happen is you gonna be broke again, man. But you good at being broke. You comfortable here. So like, you should like take risks and give yourself a shot at least, man. Just
100%. You can't fall too far from.
Speaking of which, man, you from Chicago like me, man.
Yeah.
So you from the West Side. Yeah. And I don't know much about West Side. I try to stay away, for like gang affiliation reasons. So like, I don't know.
That South is terrible.
I know, no, South is terrible. Yeah. But when I think of the West Side, I think of, like, motherfuckers might have chickens in their backyard or some shit. Is it really like that or what? Like motherfuckers might be. I think of like Crucial Conflict. Like the rap group, they was from there. They used to wear overalls and shit.
So I wasn't in it that long. I was South too. I was South for a while. But like over East out South, so like 75th and Exchange over that area. That's terrible.
No, I know.
So me being over there for like a year, and then I got older and I started hanging out with my group of friends I hang out with now. They're from West, so I started migrating over there as I got older. But I never like stayed and lived in Western State. I moved to the West suburbs.
Oh, so you were more okay.
Yeah. So, but I say that because most people in America don't know what suburbs is. So I just say Chicago or West Side Chicago, but it's really the West suburbs. I got out of Chicago. I lived in Chicago, in the trenches of Chicago for 2 years. Yeah. I told my mama, don't ever bring me back here ever in my life.
How old was you then?
I was like I think I was like 11.
11, yeah.
Bro, I tell my mom, I don't ever want to come back here again. I just seen the
Back.
reckless stuff I seen in my life at this age. I know I'm not supposed to be seeing the stuff I seen.
Yeah.
I'm out of here. Take me out. I'm trying to go play basketball. I'm trying to live a good life. I ain't trying to get killed. But so I went to the west suburbs, so like past Schaumburg and all that.
Okay.
Where it's cool at. Where
It's way cool over
yeah.
there. Yes. How old was you when you got over there?
Yeah, since young.
Okay,
so
good.
In and out between since young.
That's good, man. That's
I got
good
older
for your mom.
Yeah.
That's a shout out to her. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
When you got older, now you lived in Atlanta. What made you move to Atlanta?
So when I started learning the business stuff, I understood right away. When I grasped it, I kind of knew what was about to happen. I'm like, I know my work ethic. I know my willingness to lock in. I know my willingness to put in the work and execute fast. This is what's about to take me to the next level. But when I get to the next level, I can't be in Chicago. I know what type of car I'm finna be trying to get. I know what type of jewelry I'm finna be trying to get. And I cannot be in Chicago. I have a big target on my back, so I have to move. Yeah. But then a tragedy happened. My best friend who I live with got killed.
Oh shit, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah,
in Chicago.
In Chicago.
Damn.
So that was the biggest turning point for me to be like, it's definitely over. And I need to figure out where I'm finna go. You know what I mean? And then like that moment I had in my brain since that day that I wanted to get out of here. But my mom here, my sister here, my little brother here, my daughter's here right now. So now I gotta figure out this vision of like, all right, how this is gonna migrate to somewhere else. I've never been nowhere else in my life. Yeah. But it's gotta happen.
It's gotta happen, man. That's when your homies start getting killed, man. Like a lot of guys I grew up with just dead, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, you got it. Everybody who live in, I said, man, why though? Like move, man. You can go move somewhere and be poor somewhere else, right? You know, it's safe. It's not Chicago, man. Like why? I never understood why motherfuckers stay, man. I dip.
I think it's just they don't know better. It's like a bubble of just seeing what they seen and knowing what they know. They don't know outside of this bubble. Their social media is this bubble because they friends with the same people that's in this. What they see every day, what they grew up around, their mom, their parents, their friends, it's all in this bubble. They don't see outside the bubble, so it's hard to try to even think about how they could get out of it. They never seen it, they don't know about it, don't know what's going on out there. They literally only know what's in this bubble of some people never out of Chicago never even went to the west side of Chicago. They only they be like, you ever been out? I never even been in my life. I'm 30 years old, bro. I ain't never been out.
I never been to the west side.
That's what so that's what I mean by they're just in this one bubble arranged from 33rd to 79th. They never been outside of this one bubble in their life, and they just 30 years old. So I think that they just haven't been exposed to how they can and which way they can actually move, that they can actually do something besides be in this that they're in. Yeah, I literally think that some of them are like just roomed into it, and it's just like
that makes a lot of sense.
You know what I mean?
I couldn't. Well, I got sent away to military school because I got in like some trouble on this shit. I was there on like some affirmative action type shit. So I was like the only black dude there, like one of a few. Like me, it was my cousin. He got in trouble too, and it was like, I don't know, maybe 5 black dudes there, and everybody else was like super rich up in that motherfucker. There was like motherfuckers from Mexico who was like multi-millionaires and shit. Like rich Mexican families would send their kids there. And so I started seeing shit. I was like, oh shit, this is different. Like one of the homies got a fucking Range Rover for his birthday. And, you know, in high school, I'm like, oh shit, this is different. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's exposure that makes people think, okay, maybe I can do more. And I think you're right. They stay in that bubble.
That bubble's tough, man.
And how'd you get the courage to fucking move, to leave? Me, I once I got that exposure in military school, I just never went back. Like I went to college after I went to Howard. Okay. And it was just, I would rarely go back to Chicago. I was like, man, fuck that shit. And then after college, I moved to Atlanta for a year. Then I moved to New York, and I lived in New York for like 15 years. But how'd you get the courage to leave?
Yeah, so I was in the bubble too. That's how I noticed it's real. I was in that bubble, and I didn't understand the outside what was going on in all the different states and stuff people do in business. I didn't know nothing about credit. I don't know nothing about that. But my friend of mine started first. So he did what's called, like we call it like the lock-in season. Like he disappeared from us for like 6 months. He like didn't go outside with us no more. He wasn't hanging out going with
he locked in the crib.
In the crib, yeah. Okay. He wasn't going with the girls no more. He ain't going on vacation no more. We ain't outside spending, partying, having fun, going to the club, nothing. He caught it cold turkey. What he was doing was he was learning. He was learning about real estate. He was learning about building his business credit. He was learning about, funding for himself, learning about how to start business, how to invest. And then he kind of told us at first. We kind of blew it off. He wasn't listening.
Yeah.
Like, man, you know, you acting weird, bro. Like, you know, you come outside with it, bro, and stuff. He like, nah, bro, I'm really like, I got something, y'all. I'm learning something. Nobody really listened to him like that at first because we didn't understand what he was doing. We're like, man, you tripping. And we kept saying that for a while. Yeah. And then he popped up with, I got my first investment property. Now I was like, all right, you know, wait a minute, hold on. You meant to tell me you bought something that cost $300,000? How you do that? You know what I mean? He's like, man, I've been telling y'all.
Yeah.
He had got approved for like 2 credit cards for like $10,000 and $20,000 each. So he got access to $30,000, $40,000 in one day. Man, I've been trying to save $30,000, $40,000 for 3 years and still didn't been able to do it. You mean to tell me you got approved for $30,000, $40,000 in one day?
Yeah.
Light bulb went in my head, bro. It was over. Like from that moment on, I had a light bulb bing in my head to be like, wow, there is a lot more out here than life, a lot more things I could be using, a lot of more things I could be learning about besides what I've been doing where I think that I could do out here to make money or
instead of learning gang handshakes and you know what I'm saying? Like,
there's drugs around, scamming shit around. Yeah. Going to work for 20 years is around. This is all I see. I see some drug stuff, scamming, and people going to work for 20 years. Yeah. Well, damn. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But he did that. That changed my life forever. So now I told him, bro, teach me everything that you just learned over the last 6 months that you're talking about.
Oh, so he was locked in for 6 months. There's a lot of lessons in this story.
No, seriously.
No, so he was locked in for 6 months.
Yeah.
Right? He accomplished something, and then you was around him, and you saw someone like you who come from you, where you from, do something, and it made it feel more real to you, right?
Yeah.
I would imagine instead of just seeing some motherfucker on TV, like people hearing about it, it's like somebody just like you did it, right? That's why I really wanted to get that part of your story, because there's some people who watch it from where we from, you know what I'm saying? Right. And they look like us, right? And they might be, it makes it more real the more we get these stories out. But after that changed your life, then what you do? Then what happened?
Yeah, so then I went in my own lock-in season for like 6 to 8 months. Yeah. Now this shit's taking over my whole brain now. I can't think about nothing else but business credit and business credit. I'm like, all right, I gotta figure all this stuff out. I gotta learn everything about it from the bottom to the top. I don't care what it is, I'm learning about it. Yeah. So then did that for about 6 months. So I just learned everything that he was locked in. You was like, he gave you like material, like courses and all that stuff. And then so he invested into a program that cost $5,000.
Oh shit.
Right after he did it, I did it too. I'm like, I'm all in. Like whatever I'm about to do, I'm all in. And then so after I locked into that mentor and that coach, I got 500, his name him 500 and RPX. But man, I was just so locked in. I mastered that stuff it's nothing nobody can ask me in this world about business credit or funding or LLC.
That's another lesson, right? You found a lane and you like really learned it.
Yeah, you know, that's it. Nothing else. I don't want to talk about it. I'm just strictly this until I master it and then able to do it for myself and then able to do it for other people. Yeah. So then I did it for myself. I had a bad credit score. I looked at my credit score. I'm like, all right, let's get this stuff rolling. I'm gonna get some credit cards. Looked at my credit score, 469. I'm damn. All right. That's the first step, I guess.
Don't they put you in jail when it's that low? Like, shouldn't they lock you up? And you a fucking scoundrel.
At that time, we didn't care about that. Yeah. But I looked at my credit score. I said, oh man, my credit score 416. I can't do nothing with this.
Nah.
So now the first learning curve I got to learn is credit repair.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I learned the credit repair aspect of it, how to go about it, how to do it the right way, how to clean these things off, how to take it off. Can you take this stuff off? Just everything. Clean my own credit up.
Okay.
Got my credit up. Me and my friend too. He was helping me too. He like, bro, I use this, or I'm learning some stuff. Let me try this. Just this work. So everything, he got some stuff that work. I got some stuff that work. We're trying everything. I cleaned my whole credit report off in like 4 months.
That's what's up. Did you get the score to?
Like 730.
Right, yeah, because when it's clean now.
Yeah. So I got my credit score like 730, 740. And man, I got my first credit card. Oh man, that stuff feel good, bro.
Yeah.
This stuff real. I got my own credit, my own name when it's about $4,000 or $5,000.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, this is real.
Really, man, I had I didn't have nothing, right? So I had to get an authorized user. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That was the first thing I did. My homegirl, she put me on.
Shout out to the home.
Shout out to you, man. You know, she blocked me, man. Like, we still cool, but you know, I still appreciate what she did for me.
Oh man,
that's the cycle, man. You know, you meet a girl, y'all start hanging out, then she blocks me. That's how I work. That's how it works.
Yeah, she put you on game.
Yeah, nah. So that was dope. She had a good card that she had for like 5 years, right? Yeah. So that it had that late, and then that allowed me to get the Amex, not the platinum, it was the blue, right? And then I got the blue, and I paid that off, and then I think I had read somewhere that if you get savings account with Amex, they look favorable about it. So I started with their high yield savings just to look. Man. And then they offered me the fucking platinum, and then I think it was the gold. I don't remember which one was first, but I took them both, man. I'm waiting for that fucking Centurion, man.
Oh yeah, the black.
You got a plug?
I got an Amex plug. We can talk to you. I got you.
Yeah.
No, that's first. Not guaranteed that you don't get it, but
I spent a lot of money, bro.
I just seen you.
Yeah, like
you should be able to.
I think I qualify.
No, I got you.
I know some motherfuckers don't spend as much as me. Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you, man. You get busy.
That's what's up, man. No, but you know what I love about your stories, man? Like we from the same city, similar backgrounds and shit, and like you did it legit, you did it legal, you know what I'm saying? You came up, and it was real important for me to show people that you ain't gotta be like a fucking rapper, or you ain't gotta be a
100%
criminal, and you ain't gotta be an athlete. Like you can do it like with business, you know. That's really important to me, man.
Yeah, man. So been able to build multiple 7 figures out here, bro.
That's what's up.
Multiple 7.
How long you been doing this?
This is my 4th year.
4th year.
Yeah.
Oh, so you started like pandemic time.
Kinda.
Right,
Kinda, man. Yeah. And they was doing all that, I was learning.
Yeah.
Y'all could do all that, man. I'm learning.
How old are you now?
I'm 30.
You're 30. Yeah. So you came up, man. That's super dope.
Yeah.
And what made you pick Atlanta? Just could have moved anywhere.
So I started seeing now I'm business. I'm getting business savvy. I'm starting to learn. I'm starting to understand. We got to start businesses. We got to invest if we want to get to the next level. So now I'm seeing stuff on social media. Now my social media of what I watch and what I'm scrolling through every day is changing.
Yeah.
Unfollowing all the BS, all the gang banging outside and shit, and all the wilds, the drum pages.
The gang banging on the internet, man.
Bruh, I unfollow all that.
They really doing it. It was different when I was coming up.
Chicago.
Yeah.
Bruh. And so I'm unfollowing all that, and now I'm following all multi-millionaires, all positive pages, all theme pages that talk about being a millionaire and all that stuff. Now I'm seeing advertisement now from business people who say, hey, I started this business, I did this is what I did, you know. So those things, and then every time I kept coming across somebody that I, resonated with, or fellas though I can learn from, they kept being from Atlanta. So I'm like, all right, they're in Atlanta. And then I always heard a little bit when people go out of town to Atlanta, oh, that's the black hub for entrepreneurs and people that make a lot of money. They go to Atlanta, man. So that was the first place I knew about that people who do that type of stuff at. So I'm like, okay, why would I stay in my environment where I haven't met not one millionaire?
Yeah.
Where I see people out here having events where it's 100 millionaires in one event. I'll be able to bump shoulders and rub shoulders with a lot of people at a higher level way faster than I am here. So when I had it in my mind, it took me like 3-4 months. I was out of there. I left.
Yeah.
By myself.
Smart move, man.
By myself, I got out.
You came by yourself.
By myself.
That's what's up, man.
Took the risk. I got out. I wasn't scared, bro. I'm just like, you know what? I've been doing this for long enough, bro. This don't get me nowhere. What could this, I'm out.
Yeah, no, it's from what I see, I mean, they got crime and shit there, but like I'm sure you ain't where like 2 Chainz grew up or no shit like that. You ain't
about to move from where I'm at now. I'm about to go further to the suburbs somewhere. Yo, too much moving around going on, man. Great.
Yeah, nah, I feel you, man. If I see too many dreadlocks, I'm like, nigga, I know what time y'all on. Unless you got a suit on.
Yeah. Like, they don't mess with you. They be smooth. Right. They be chilling. They be like, all right,
you out here looking like Chief Keef. They're like, nah, I know what time you on, man. Like, cause Atlanta, I still feel like it. Maybe I still feel like it's hood. Like I don't wear none of my watches and shit when I go there. I go there all the time. Like I be working at G-Shock.
Yeah, I ain't putting that on, but it's been smooth. So we always every time I'm out, I'm always in an environment where there's a bunch of millionaires.
Yeah,
we in here.
You just gotta know.
I learned how to move in Chicago.
Yeah, first, that's what I'm saying. Exactly.
So I learned how to move out there. These places that I be going to, I was like, man, this is easy moving over through here.
Well, I went to Chicago like last year for it was like a funeral, and then my girl came with me, and I was like, all right, we're going to the South Side. Take all this jewelry, put it in the safe.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, take it. Don't fuck around, man, because I ain't got the strap. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen,
you did right.
Super cool, man. I know these smart. Listen, I know these people. All right.
Nah,
do not.
that's real. Yeah, that's not known for play.
We went to the south side, like, where I'm from. And then my sister, she go to church. Like, man, it's like literally we had to drive past O Block to go to the fucking church. And I was like, really, man, listen, exactly. So it's not like, I don't feel like that in Atlanta, but I don't be in those parts. I'm sure they got it.
Everybody got bad parts for sure.
Yeah.
I don't want to go to them parts. I don't want to go to them parts in no state or no city.
But there's a lot of lessons in it. Even in Miami, man, But there's a lot of lessons in there. Like, one is like you got around somebody who was doing who gave you a different vision.
Yeah.
Like, because you become like the people you're around, and it's involuntary. This is why people from different regions have similar accents or dialect, or maybe even dress similar, because it's you become like the people you're around, and you don't even have to think about it, just happens, right? But you met somebody who was doing something different, right?
Yeah.
And then you latched on to that. He showed you what was possible, and then you moved to Atlanta. I'm sure you started making even more money when you moved to Atlanta, right? Because you got around other people who are it's like a different vibration. Everybody's on a different frequency. The worst thing about Chicago, I'm in the hood in Chicago, right? There's beautiful parts, but it's like it feels hopeless,
bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you could feel it. It's in the air.
You can feel it.
And then when I go back, I know them kids, they don't think they're going to be fucking hedge fund managers or fucking, they might not alive, like on some real shit, And I would just say, man, if you could change your environment, even if you ain't fucking balling when you do it, like immediately, as soon as you can, like change your environment, it'll change everything for you. You know what I'm saying?
I try to be that person that can open up their brain. Get them to think about exposure in different ways, in different areas.
Yeah.
I try to be that person for them. A lot of them follow me on social media.
Yeah, same. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hear that all the time.
I try, but
that's what you got to do.
As many videos as I post and as many ways as I tell them, man, it's still hard to get through them.
It's, you just got to keep doing it, man, because I think the more of us, especially from Chicago, who come out and we're successful in a very legit way, something that's like admirable, then it's and it's attainable, right? It's like we not like superstar athletes or fucking dope ass rappers or nothing like that. I went to Howard.
Yeah, I ain't go to college.
You didn't even go to college.
I ain't go to college. Nothing. I started this stuff from ground zero.
Yeah.
And, man, I didn't go to college. I'm not the smartest person in the world. Don't ask me to write no 10-page paper.
Yeah.
Ever. I'm not gonna be. That's why I quit college.
Yeah.
Y'all tell me to write a 15-page paper. I walked out the next week. I said, I can't do this stuff. I'm out of here.
Oh shit.
You know what I mean? So
you still was able to figure it out.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Now, when I went to military school, I saw how rich. I actually met rich people.
Yeah.
I think those were the first white people I had met. Like, I don't think I had a conversation with a white person until then. Right. But some of them was rich. I was like, oh shit. It's real. And I was like, that's when I decided, you know what, I'm gonna start getting good grades and go to school. But the exposure changed my environment, my perspective. And now we got the internet, so they can see people like you who come from Chicago, and they see, listen, man, Smitty did it. All he had to do was fucking lock in for 6 months.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Changed my life forever, bro. That's 6 to 8 months of my life changed my life forever, and I will never go back.
Nah.
Can never unlearn what I learned. My brain, I know it is over.
That's a fact, man.
So
listen, man. So how can people get in touch with you, man, if they want?
Yeah. So Smitty to go on all social media platforms, man. YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. So my birthday coming up.
When's your birthday?
So my birthday is in 3 weeks.
Oh shit. My shit is tomorrow, man.
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
So my birthday in a few weeks. What I'm gonna do, I'm hosting a 5-day virtual mastermind.
Smart.
So I'm gonna help people do what I do. I'm gonna help you be able to learn how to clean your credit and start a credit repair business and a funding company.
To start your own funding company.
Start your own funding company. Start, scale, or grow it so that you can go out there and try to make $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 a month and give you an idea of a business that you can start that can make you way more money faster than you probably making money now.
Yeah.
And we got that going on. So that's my next thing I'm putting out for people to get help with. And that changes, my stuff be changing people's lives. They be getting in and learning that stuff and they be locked in.
Oh, for sure, man.
Yeah.
That's dope, man. Awesome, man. I appreciate it, man.
100%.
Awesome, man. Fantastic. Make sure y'all lock in, check out my man. Yeah, holla at y'all. Peace.